Hello YouTube and welcome back, it's me Fruit Guru, and today we're doing episode 2 of the B tier unit challenge starring Tyrrell. So I've had a day now to kind of play around on this character. He's nowhere near maxed, but that's okay because it's all about the journey here as well as the destination. I've decided I'm going to do this project with the mindset or account set of, say, a newer or a very casual player. In that all the stuff that I'm going to use, it's going to be, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it's going to be not optimized in any way, shape or form. Probably a lot worse than what the average player is going to be using in a lot of cases. And I'm doing this because for a lot of us, we're going to get this to 99 really quickly, and this stage of the character, goes by in a flash. But for a huge amount of players as well, who maybe don't play as often, or are more casual, or don't have the resources to keep spamming stuff, this is going to be a bigger part of the game for them, and they're going to be stuck at this level for a while. So, with that said, I want to kind of experience that, and I want to see how good this character is along the way. And maybe if you don't have a lot of characters, is this character going to be someone you can actually use while you're building your account? I think that's really important, and a thing a lot of us don't have to worry about since we've been playing for a while. So, we'll go have a quick look here. He's Limit Break 3. But his jobs are all level 5 across the board. Again, because I'm a casual or a newer player and I don't have all the resources to do that in this situation. Because of that, we can't get to the outer ring on the ability board, so we're missing a lot of his kit. I know last time I said I wanted to run the Viking sub. Right now, because I can't access Drain Cyclone, I've been finding that the Knight sub is a little bit better for me. These breaks are handy, and unlike Rams's break, which is single target, these turned out to be AoE. The hitboxes aren't huge, but you can sometimes get a couple of debuffs out and a bit of extra damage, so that's nice, cool little bonus. We did grab the attack node, and probably most importantly the 2 defense nodes for us right now, which made quite a big difference. Lancer sub we haven't really gone into, unfortunately we haven't had the JP for it. I guess mentioning Divine Healing, unfortunately this is kind of a stone throw situation, wastes the turn. Nothing we can do about that though. So yeah, still a lot of stuff to grab on the tree, but we're kind of, where we'd expect to be if we were in this situation. Maybe a little bit better because we've had the JP quest, but then again, we didn't get all the JP from leveling the early levels since we had to bypass that with the enhanced cubes. So with that said and done, I want to go into the actual event right now. And in this, I'm going at this with the mindset that, I've got a ragtag team here. They're all terribly optimized, but I want to farm the new EX event, and I want to be able to do it on auto, and I want to be able to do it without worrying about my units all dying. So this is the ragtag team. Ryu here, 69, easy enough to get. He's an MR. Maybe a bit of investment put into him, but very, very achievable. His gun is only a +10 Capella because this player obviously hasn't invested in doing items or anything like that, so that's really bad. MR cards here, nothing fancy. Ifrit, not awoken, level 5 resonance. The Mediana, this is probably the unit that the player wanted to re-roll for perhaps, or maybe they pulled it on the way and started investing in due to a reputation. But they have nothing optimized. This is a low-level rod with no ability. The Esper Resonance is 0. She has a Sage's Hat, but it's only +4, and it's not optimal at all. Maybe they just got that in an event, had it lying around, The little Leela card, they don't have Ramu, they don't have Trosu. This is the best they have, so yeah, that's what they're using. And then Gafgarian, this is, this could be a Stern, it could be just any kind of damage unit in general. I'm using this one because he was free, so a lot of people could have got him. He has a +5 Ragnarok, but it's magic. This is all the player has. This is all I have ready for him, so 80 attack, not too bad. So all in all here, our units are really bad. They're not optimal at all. They might be a little bit higher than the units some of you have, but when you take in their lack of job levels and the gear, The lack of Esper resonance and leveled Espers, they're not good. So Tyrrell is kind of the guy we've been focusing on. He does have the Excalibur, which might be a bit cheeky. This was free at launch. It's not a huge attack weapon, but it's quite respectable. It does have that bit of accuracy, so I know a lot of you aren't going to have maybe this exact weapon, but even if you can make something along the same lines, you'll be doing fine. We put Vow of Love on Tyrrell. This is because we want to initially tank and soak up a bit of damage off our more squishier units, and I did give Gafgarian the Snow White Guard card because I wanted to make him a little bit more tankier. But nothing amazing, all achievable. So I'm going to pick a companion now because I lack a suitable 5th person, so bear with me. Okay, so we're back, and I picked level 60 Ramada here. Again, not great, but that might be all we have. Very achievable to get as well. She's a little bit underleveled for it, so she might run into problems. I don't expect her to do particularly well, but doing well isn't the idea here. It's can we actually do this with the ragtag team we've got, and is Tyrrell actually going to have an impact on this? When I'm on the screen, I might just say, if any of you have kind of companions on your friends, that are kind of lowish tier, mid to leveled units. I don't want more Orlandos or Medianas. There's so many of them. If you've got anything a bit different, maybe let me know in the comments, and I'd love to add you just for the sake of doing this. I do hope to eventually get to the point where we have full teams of B tier units for all our testing and see how they do in comparison to each other, but we're a little bit away from that, but one day it'll be something to work towards. So I'm going to embark now and see how we go. Lastly, I would have loved a healer for this. If you have an Ayaka, even a low level one, it'll make a hell of a difference, but we'll see how we go. So again, remember our team is really badly optimized. Pretty much all of you are going to have a much better, stronger team than this. But I guess again, we're not like trying to do this super efficiently. We're just trying to see if the characters that we're using kind of work well, if Tyrrell's actually doing decent in this situation. And straight away, he's got a bit of an elemental advantage in some of these, which is nice. Our Mediana, this is the typical Mediana a lot of us would have had back when we started. She doesn't kill everything she nukes, and it's quite disappointing and frustrating. But that's the reality still for a lot of players who have to still, get a little bit further. So I like that. I'm glad that happened. So our units are kind of spread out. Our Ramada's doing a nice bit of poke there. Our Tyrrell starts to take damage, and he takes a chain of ranged missile. And then a slash, and it doesn't do too much to him. He survives pretty well. So his Vow of Love is worn off now, and the Mediana starts getting focused. It's good that she didn't take up those initial hits because she is really, really squishy, especially as she's built right now. So she's probably got to go down, I'd say, before the end of the fight. Our Ryu gets a nice Sidewinder off there. Doesn't always get to pull off an AoE one, but when he does it, it's big impact. And our Gafgarian, his raw stats are really going to help him with his damage. Now Tyrrell gets hit again and he gets stopped. So that's a bit disappointing for the sake of this video. Because I kind of want to see him do the skills. But I've had to kind of mess around with this quite a lot, so we'll just take it for what happens. I'd say that's probably going to be a sharpshoot aimed at the Tyrrell, but he managed to survive. And even if he does go down, I think it's fair to say that he's done really well. He's taken another hit there, and he's not a tank. I mean, we want him for a frontline kind of bruiser and debuffer, almost the opposite to Ramza. Whereas Ramza kind of buffs and heals the team. This guy, he's going to slow down and lessen their attack. So Tyrrell goes down on the very, very last unit. After soaking up a huge amount, or sorry, two more units, but they're both so low. I think he's done a really good job, and in another round of this where he didn't get stopped, maybe he could have prevented that. So as far as he goes as a unit, he's a lot weaker than the rest of the party. He's not optimized, where we've got level 2 resonance with a relatively low level Esper. So thoughts so far? I'm actually impressed. He's not like groundbreaking. Wow, this is amazing. But he did his job well, and if he was used on the front line with another tank, I'd be a lot more confident. When my mont's getting low and I'm trying to clutch heal him, but it's not doing much because of his hate. I can run him back a bit, kind of take him out of the action, and this guy's going to be able to survive for a couple of rounds while I band-aid my other tank, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So yeah, that's great. Chuffed about that. Now, obviously, scaling is going to change as we go later games, so this could all change. But I think that's a nice place to end. If you are building him, maybe let me know how you're getting on yourself. And until next time, take care and best of luck. Bye.